Welcome to 101 Senior Health. Have you ever considered that the very supplements you take for your health might be silently jeopardizing your well-being, especially as you age? Imagine this. One moment you're feeling perfectly fine, and the next, your arm won't lift. Your speech is slurred, or your balance suddenly vanishes. This isn't a scenario born from poor diet, lack of exercise, or even smoking. As a medical professional specializing in brain health, I've witnessed far too many older adults face this terrifying reality. Not due to obvious culprits, but because of something they believed was helping them: their daily vitamins. It sounds shocking, doesn't it? Every day, millions of individuals over 60 conscientiously take supplements, hoping to fortify their bones, boost their energy levels, or maintain sharp cognitive function. While many supplements genuinely offer benefits, some, particularly in excessive doses or when consumed at inappropriate times, can subtly place your brain at risk. Today, we're going to explore 5 common vitamins that, at least under certain circumstances, might increase your susceptibility to stroke, brain bleeds, or sudden blood pressure spikes, especially during those vulnerable early morning hours when your brain is most susceptible. If you currently take or have ever considered taking vitamin D, E, B6, A, or niacin, the insights shared in this video could truly be life-saving. If you find this information insightful and empowering, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone you care about, and leave a comment below sharing your thoughts or experiences. Your engagement helps us reach more people who can benefit from this vital information. Let's begin with perhaps the most surprising revelation: vitamin D. What you might not know about this seemingly benign supplement could transform a peaceful night's sleep into a perilous ordeal. We've all heard about vitamin D's crucial role in bone health, mood regulation, and even immune system support. And in moderation, these benefits are undeniable. However, here's a critical piece of information often overlooked by many seniors. Excessive vitamin D intake, particularly when consumed at night, can subtly elevate your risk of stroke. This might sound counterintuitive, but I've observed its profound impact firsthand. Consider the case of a 74-year-old individual, a meticulous and disciplined person who took their health very seriously. Every morning, like clockwork, they meticulously arranged their supplements, including a 10,000 IU vitamin D capsule purchased over the counter. They genuinely believed they were safeguarding their bones, unaware that this routine was gradually steering their body towards a silent catastrophe. One morning, their partner discovered them disoriented, struggling with speech, and with a limp arm. A stroke had occurred overnight. Subsequent lab tests revealed alarmingly high calcium levels, stiff arteries, and wildly fluctuating blood pressure. The silent culprit: vitamin D toxicity. When high doses of vitamin D are consumed, especially without proper medical guidance, it can lead to an excessive accumulation of calcium in the bloodstream. Your body, unable to process this surplus, begins depositing it into your arteries, causing them to stiffen and narrow. This creates a dangerous pathway for blood clots, which can tragically travel directly to the brain. As we age, our arteries naturally lose some of their flexibility. When you combine this with potential dehydration, disrupted sleep patterns, and a nocturnal calcium surge, you create a perfect storm for a stroke. The most alarming aspect is the absence of warning signs. You might go to bed feeling perfectly well and awaken to a life irrevocably altered. Furthermore, it's important to recognize that many over-the-counter vitamin D supplements available often contain far higher doses than older adults actually require. You might see labels boasting 5,000 IU or even 10,000 IU, leading people to believe that more is better. However, studies indicate that even 2,000 IU daily might be excessive if you are not clinically deficient. Let me be unequivocally clear. If you are taking vitamin D, especially in conjunction with calcium supplements or heart medications, it is absolutely vital to have your blood levels checked regularly. And always, always take it in the morning, not before bed. empowering seniors with practical tips, daily health habits, and lifestyle strategies that naturally boost energy, promote longevity, and help prevent disease is our core mission. Through clear, expert-guided advice, we focus on small, sustainable changes that support your body's vitality and enhance your quality of life. If that information was surprising, prepare yourself for the next revelation. The next vitamin we'll discuss is one many people take for heart health. Yet in older adults, it can lead to something even more perilous than a clot: a brain bleed. Let's delve into the complexities of vitamin E. Often lauded as a heart helper, vitamin E has been a staple in many individuals' supplement routines for years. Many over 60 incorporate vitamin E, hoping to bolster their heart health, enhance circulation, and perhaps even sharpen memory and improve skin vitality. However, what often remains unstated on the product label is this crucial detail: excessive vitamin E, particularly when combined with common heart medications, can significantly elevate your risk of bleeding in the brain. Yes, even if you are diligently following all other health recommendations. I recall a poignant story involving an 81-year-old retired librarian. She was sharp, quick-witted, and always immersed in a book. Diagnosed with a heart valve issue, she was prescribed a common blood thinner. Her doctors meticulously monitored her condition. Her blood work was stable, and her blood pressure was well controlled. Yet, one day, she decided to try a bottle of natural vitamin E, advertised in a magazine containing 800 IU per capsule. "I thought it would help my memory and circulation," she later explained. 3 weeks later, she was rushed to the emergency room, suffering from a severe headache, confusion, and vomiting. A brain scan revealed a hemorrhagic stroke, bleeding within the brain. The cause was not high blood pressure or a fall, but rather the dangerous synergy between her prescribed blood thinner and the high-dose vitamin E, which had rendered her blood too thin to clot. A single fragile vessel in her brain had given way. What many people fail to realize is that high doses of vitamin E act as a natural anticoagulant, meaning it slows down the blood clotting process. If you are already taking aspirin, clopidogrel, or any other blood thinner, and then introduce vitamin E, your risk of internal bleeding quietly escalates, especially in the delicate structures of the brain, where even a minor bleed can rob you of your speech, memory, or mobility. Consider this: the recommended daily intake for older adults is a mere 15 milligrams, approximately 22 IU. Yet a vast majority of supplements on store shelves contain 200, 400, or even 1,000 IU per capsule, often without adequate warnings or the necessity for medical consultation. Many individuals consume these daily for years, unknowingly placing themselves at risk. The retired librarian survived, but now relies on a cane, and her short-term memory has never fully recovered. Through tears, she confided, "I just wanted to help myself. I didn't know I was doing harm." This sentiment breaks my heart because her experience is not isolated. So many seniors operate under the assumption that if it's a vitamin, it must be inherently safe. But the truth is, not every vitamin is safe for everyone, particularly if you are on heart or blood pressure medications. It is absolutely imperative to consult your doctor before incorporating any new supplement into your regimen. If the prospect of a brain bleed wasn't sufficiently alarming, there's another vitamin, often taken for nerve support and energy, that can insidiously damage your nerves, sometimes irrevocably. Let's explore vitamin B6. This vitamin is frequently marketed as a nerve support, or brain booster, found in pharmacy aisles with claims of enhancing energy, focus, or even memory. Perhaps you've even been told it's beneficial for aging nerves. However, here's a critical warning often withheld from seniors. Excessive vitamin B6 can, in fact, cause nerve damage, which can sometimes be permanent. I recall the case of a 76-year-old retired truck driver. He visited my office complaining of numbness in his feet, tingling in his hands, and impaired balance. Initially, he attributed these symptoms to old age. Then, he began to experience falls. First one, then another, and on the third occasion, he hit his head on the bathroom floor. Upon reviewing his supplement list, the problem immediately became apparent. He had been taking a nerve support formula for over a year. The label touted its benefits for brain health and circulation, but each tablet contained 100 milligrams of vitamin B6, and he was taking 2 tablets daily, a staggering 200 milligrams per day, more than 10 times the recommended safe upper limit for seniors. Here's the frightening reality. Unlike some vitamins that are readily flushed out of your system, B6 accumulates over time. In older adults, this buildup can damage the protective myelin sheath around your nerves, akin to stripping insulation from a wire. The consequences include tingling sensations, numbness, muscle weakness, tremors, and even confusion or memory issues. What's more insidious is that these symptoms manifest gradually, leading many to mistakenly attribute them to arthritis, normal aging, or early dementia. In reality, it could be B6 toxicity, a slow, preventable form of nerve damage caused by a pill intended to help. And if not identified and addressed early, the damage can become permanent. The truck driver was fortunate. We discontinued the supplement, and the damage did not worsen, though he still relies on a cane and no longer drives. He lamented, "I just wanted to protect my brain. I didn't realize I was poisoning it." Let's be absolutely clear. Vitamin B6 is essential, but only in very small quantities. Older adults typically require only about 2 to 10 milligrams per day, and this includes what you obtain from your diet. Yet, many brain support pills sold online or in stores contain 50, 100, or even 200 milligrams. This is not merely unnecessary, it is dangerous. Therefore, if you are taking any supplement marketed for nerve, brain, or energy support, meticulously check the label. Know your numbers. We are dedicated to empowering seniors with practical tips, daily health habits, and lifestyle strategies that naturally boost energy, promote longevity, and help prevent disease. Through clear, expert-guided advice, we focus on small, sustainable changes that support your body's vitality and enhance your quality of life. You might now be thinking, surely, some vitamins, like vitamin A, must be safe. It's just for eyesight, right? Well, not entirely. Let's discuss vitamin A. If you're like most older adults, you've likely heard that vitamin A is indispensable for healthy vision. Perhaps you've even taken it for immune system support, skin health, or because someone suggested it aids graceful aging. However, here's a crucial detail almost no one tells you, especially if you're over 60. Too much vitamin A doesn't simply remain dormant in your system. It accumulates, and over time, this buildup can increase pressure inside your skull, mimicking the symptoms of a stroke, impairing your vision, and even affecting your brain function. I recall the story of a 79-year-old retired piano teacher. She adored music, taught students from her living room, and took immense pride in her independence. One day, she began experiencing headaches, followed by blurred vision, then dizziness and slurred speech. Her family feared the worst, a stroke. However, when we conducted her scans, something unexpected emerged. No clot, no bleeding. Instead, she presented with elevated intracranial pressure, too much pressure inside the brain. Her spinal fluid was backed up, and tiny veins in her brain were under stress. The cause, vitamin A toxicity. She had been taking a high-dose skin and eye supplement for over 5 years, nearly 10,000 IU per day. Every single day, without realizing the potential harm. Here's the critical distinction. Vitamin A is fat-soluble. This means your body stores it in your liver, your tissues, and even your brain. It doesn't simply flush out like vitamin C or B vitamins. As we age, our liver function naturally slows, accelerating this accumulation process. When there's an excess of vitamin A in the body, it can lead to a condition known as pseudotumor cerebri, or a false brain tumor. The symptoms can include persistent headaches, blurred or double vision, dizziness, nausea, and even permanent vision loss or cognitive decline. The challenging aspect is that many multivitamins already contain the full recommended daily dose of vitamin A yet. Some individuals unknowingly double or triple that intake by adding supplemental skin, eye, or anti-aging formulas. The safe upper limit for seniors is approximately 2,500 to 3,000 IU per day, and even this should only be taken if necessary and under medical supervision. However, many supplements sold online contain 5,000, 10,000 IU, or even more. And when consumed daily for months or years, it's easy to comprehend how the damage accumulates. The retired piano teacher is slowly recovering, but now requires regular eye examinations, pressure checks, and balance therapy. She told me, "I thought I was doing something good for my body. I never imagined it could hurt my brain." And that is precisely why I share her story. Not to instill fear, but to ensure you possess the accurate information needed to safeguard your health and independence. If you believed that vitamins for eyesight were risky, wait until you hear what can happen when a vitamin intended for cholesterol and heart health unexpectedly causes your blood pressure to surge. Let's discuss niacin, or vitamin B3. This vitamin is often lauded as a natural method to lower cholesterol, with some medical professionals even prescribing it. You'll also find it in various heart health supplements, energy drinks, and fortified cereals. However, what is frequently omitted from the discussion, particularly for older adults, is that high doses of niacin can subtly induce significant fluctuations in your blood pressure and even precipitate a stroke. Allow me to introduce you to an 82-year-old retired postman. He came to me presenting a peculiar combination of symptoms: hot flashes in his face, a pounding sensation in his chest, and intermittent dizziness that occurred every morning. His partner attributed it to anxiety, while his child blamed his blood pressure medication. But the true cause was something no one had considered checking. He had been taking an over-the-counter heart-healthy supplement. The front label proclaimed supports cholesterol and circulation, but the back revealed 1,000 milligrams of niacin per serving. He was taking it twice a day, a staggering 2,000 milligrams daily, over 60 times the amount most seniors actually need. Here's what transpires when you consume high doses of niacin. It causes your blood vessels to suddenly expand, which is why your face might flush or feel warm. However, shortly thereafter, those same vessels constrict and snap back. This abrupt tightening can elevate your blood pressure, strain your heart, and diminish blood flow to your brain. Over time, this yo-yo effect is akin to repeatedly tapping a hammer on fragile glass. Eventually, something will give way. The retired postman experienced what is known as a transient ischemic attack, or TIA, a mini-stroke. His speech was slurred for 2 minutes before returning to normal. He initially dismissed it as a fluke. I had to deliver the difficult truth. His daily supplement, intended to benefit his heart, was quietly jeopardizing his brain. And he is not alone. Many seniors unknowingly consume high-dose niacin, often purchasing flush-free or extended-release forms online, under the mistaken belief that these are safer. Yet, even these versions can still elevate blood pressure, trigger atrial fibrillation, and impact blood sugar levels. Here's what you need to know. For older adults, anything exceeding 50 milligrams of niacin per day should only be used under strict medical supervision. If you have high blood pressure, heart rhythm irregularities, or are on medication, please meticulously check your labels. The retired postman is now off niacin and is recovering without permanent damage. But he shared a profound insight with me. "Doctor, I thought I was doing everything right. I didn't know I was gambling with my brain." We are committed to empowering seniors with practical tips, daily health habits, and lifestyle strategies that naturally boost energy, promote longevity, and help prevent disease. Through clear, expert-guided advice, we focus on small, sustainable changes that support your body's vitality and enhance your quality of life. Now that we've explored 5 common vitamins, each with the potential to subtly undermine brain health, you might be asking, what should I take instead? Or, even better, what should I eat? Let's shift our focus to real food, the kind that genuinely protects your brain without the associated risks. It's a vital question because the fundamental truth is your body was not designed to operate optimally on pills. It was engineered to flourish on real, whole, natural, nutrient-rich foods that your brain recognizes, efficiently absorbs, and utilizes in precisely the right amounts. I recall meeting a 73-year-old retired school principal. When we first met, she presented a drawer overflowing with supplements. Vitamin D for bones, vitamin E for heart, B-complex for energy, niacin for cholesterol, a multivitamin, and several others for brain support. "I'm doing everything right, doctor," she asserted. Yet, she was experiencing morning dizziness. Her balance was compromised, and her blood pressure continued to climb. Something wasn't adding up. So, we embarked on a radical approach. We decluttered. One by one, we gradually phased out the pills and replaced them with food. There was no magic diet, no complicated program. Just simple, whole foods consumed at the right time and in the right combinations. Her breakfast, for example, became a model of nourishing simplicity. 1 boiled egg for clean protein, half an avocado rich in healthy fats. A slice of whole grain toast for slow, sustained energy. A handful of blueberries brimming with brain-protective antioxidants. And a glass of room-temperature water to hydrate the brain. Sometimes she would add a few walnuts or almonds. That was it. No powders, no pills, just real, recognizable, nourishing food. Within just a few weeks, she noticed a remarkable difference. Her dizziness subsided, her blood pressure stabilized, her energy levels rebounded, and she reported that her mind felt clearer than it had in years. Here's why this approach worked. Your brain thrives on proper hydration. Healthy fats, consistent fuel, and micronutrients in their natural, bioavailable forms. It doesn't require megadoses. It demands balance. Some of the most beneficial foods for older adults include leafy greens like spinach and kale, which are abundant in folate and antioxidants. Fatty fish, such as salmon or sardines, packed with omega-3s south, essential for protecting brain cells. Berries, rich in polyphenols that reduce inflammation. Nuts and seeds, providing vitamin E, magnesium, and other brain-healthy fats. And whole grains, which help maintain stable blood sugar and support healthy circulation. Remember, these foods don't merely protect your brain. They simultaneously support your heart, bones, mood, and mobility. You're not just eating, you're actively healing with every single bite. This is your final wake-up call. Awareness is the most potent medicine. At this stage of life, every choice you make holds greater significance. The truth is, it's not merely the pills you consume, but your understanding of them that truly safeguards your health. Your body at 60, 70, or 80 processes supplements differently than it did decades ago. Even well-intentioned habits, such as taking daily vitamins, can subtly backfire if you are not vigilant. This is precisely why awareness stands as your most powerful defense. You don't need to fear vitamins, but you absolutely must respect them. Read labels meticulously, engage in open conversations with your doctor, and most importantly, listen intently to your body, especially when it whispers. If any part of this video resonated with you, please tell us in the comments section. What is one change you commit to making starting tomorrow? If you found this information valuable, please give this video a like to help others discover it too. And please subscribe to 101 Senior Health so we can continue to learn, grow, and remain strong together on this journey. You are not alone, and you are never too old to reclaim control of your health.